The Season 5 premiere of The Diamond View starts now. On tonight's episode, join the holiday conversation, including family time with our top teens, tips on self-care and mental health, circulating our dollar in the community, and backed by popular demand, a list of our favorite things. And now, with Diamond Topics, are our hosts, Lady Yvonne, Lady Elaine, and Lady Moretta.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome back. My name is Lady Moretta Smith, and I'm here with my co-hosts, Lady Yvonne and Lady Elaine. And on behalf of the Will County Black Diamond chapter of Top Ladies of Distinction Incorporated, where our president is Lady Tracy Walker Hines, we welcome you to Season 5 of The Diamond View. Top Ladies of Distinction is a humanitarian organization, and our motto is serving youth and adults. We want to thank you for the outpouring of love and support for seasons 1 through 4. Can you believe we're in Season 5 already, ladies?
Not at all.
It's absolutely crazy. So for those of you who are new to our show, the Diamond View is the brainchild of the Status of Women Thrust, and that thrust is co-chaired by me and Lady Veronica White.
The Status of Women Thrust program objective is to empower women through education, mentorship, and advocacy, fostering gender equality and promoting their social and economic well-being to create a lasting impact. We encourage you to take a moment, grab a pen and a piece of paper to take notes, screenshot if you need to, share this video. We have a great show lined up for you tonight, and we hope that you will share this information with your family and friends. In this episode, we will be talking about mental health and self-care during the holiday season, having family time with our teens, and how we keep our dollars circulating, which is important in our community. We'd like to warn you that this discussion does include grief and loss. This can be triggering, so we encourage you to take the necessary steps to care for your mental health.
Thank you, Lady Elaine. Now, we also want you to like our Will County Black Diamond pages on Facebook and on YouTube so you can stay connected and then continue to meet us on social media for the Diamond View. You have your pen and paper ready? We're putting it in the comments, y'all. Get your pen and paper together. We're going to be giving some tips. And then the dates for next season, for this season's shows, are January 27th and our teen takeover for College Decision Day on May 1st. Mark your calendars now. And after each show, of course, we want to hear from you. So please make sure you take our survey at the end of the episode, and the link will be pinned to the post so you don't forget it. You'll be able to see it throughout tonight's show. And then make sure you take the survey and leave your email address so we can stay in touch. So what's our topic today, Lady Moretta? Come on, you know you're on mute. Let's unmute so we can hear everything about the holiday, what you're doing for the holiday. So you are mentally checked out.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Maybe I'm mentally checked out for the holidays already. So the diamond topic for today is actually the holiday season. I'm very excited about the holiday season. I'm excited to see my girlfriends. I'm excited to see their babies. I'm excited to hang out with my nephews who are growing. Every year, me and my friends, we get together and do a co-ed holiday party. So husbands, friends, boyfriends, everyone's invited, and we just go out and have a really good time during the holiday season. So I'm excited to welcome my out-of-town friends back home and just hang out and spend some quality time together. What about you?
Amazing. Look, I am excited to spend time to myself. Honestly, I don't want to be bothered. I'm one of those unbothered for the season folks. I will probably put up some decorations if I feel like it. But I am super excited to hang out with just a special group of my friends called Sassy Sisters. We're going to get together, but that's like closer to New Year's. Christmas, Kwanzaa, me, and I'm excited. Lady Elaine, what you got going on? What are you doing?
For Christmas, next weekend, I am putting up a pink tree with my granddaughters. My grandson, he's like, I don't know, he might come over. You know how boys are. We will see. So this Christmas tree this year is pink, black, and silver. Last year was white, silver, and black. So they like the tree. They're like, let's put up the tree. Can we put up
Are
the
we
tree?
changing colors every year?
And so we're going to do that. I'm going to catch up with some friends. We're going to do diva heads and just catch up with each other. Of course, drink some wine.
Mhm.
And
Of
of course, you got to have wine.
What is a diva head?
Diva heads are those little heads. I can try to show you. I'm not sure if it'll show up well because they're shiny. A diva head, like I said, it's kind of hard to see.
Oh, the shiny part doesn't show up a little bit. There you go. Right there. That's
nice.
This is made with ornaments and
Come
I
on,
have a little
diva.
piece of fabric, and she has a little Christmas wreath right here. And so, of course, you guys know I'm the handy one who loves arts and crafts. So these are ornaments, and I've glued them together to give her hair. This year we'll be using fancy ribbon and whatnot. We're going to try something different. And of course, she has red lipstick on. Oops, my hand's here. Red lipstick, and you can't tell, but she has some lashes like her mama.
I love that.
Love it.
You're getting a lot of good comments in the chat. And Lady
Yes.
Beverly in the chat says that she's looking forward to her college kid coming home and enjoying time with her. That's sweet.
That's sweet.
I know a lot of my girlfriends are looking forward to that too.
Yeah.
Lady Yvonne, do you mentioned Kwanzaa? You celebrate Kwanzaa every year?
I've probably done Kwanzaa for about 47 years now.
Yeah.
So Kwanzaa almost since Kwanzaa was Kwanzaa, right? And tonight, just happy to share a little bit more about one of the Kwanzaa principles close to my heart, which is Ujamaa, cooperative economics. So we'll be talking a little bit more about that tonight. But I love pulling out my kinara, lighting my candles every day. I try to practice the 7 principles of Kwanzaa throughout the year. And so that is one part of the holiday that I get very excited about. I'm a big kid at heart, so we still do the Christmas tree. Not as innovative and creative as Lady Elaine. I'm not changing out my colors. I'm pulling out my pre-lit pop-up Christmas tree with pride and joy, and I'm okay with that.
Very nice. Very nice. We have a full show tonight, so we are actually going to dive right in. And thinking about the holidays, we know that not everyone has the same joyous experience, that we've talked about tonight. And that some people, it's not a joyous occasion for everyone. According to the American Psychological Association, around 38% of people actually report feeling higher stress levels during the holiday season. And that can contribute to feelings of depression and anxiety. So we've talked about that from a different aspect every year, because it's something that, even though we talk about it every year we learn something different. Every year we're feeling a little different. So the information hits differently. We try to hit it from a different aspect, and we're going to do that again tonight. Additionally, the Alliance on Mental Illness states that 64% of people with a mental illness experience a worsening of their condition around the holidays. So tonight, Lady Elaine is actually going to walk us through how to recognize and combat stress, as well as how to handle some of the changes that come with daylight savings time.
Yeah, very important. I want you all to know that Lady Elaine and we started out as, innocent children at grammar school together. So very excited to be reunited again in our adulthood, in our womanhood. And Lady Elaine has done a lot, trust me, since we were 10. She's a graduate of Loyola University Chicago School of Social Work. She majored in mental health, family practice, and has worked in a methadone clinic practicing mental health counseling for methadone patients. She continues to work at the Cook County Jail. God bless your ministry. Let me say that. And she is entering her 30th year there as an officer and has found her mental health background invaluable when interacting with detainees. She's worked in the psychiatric unit of the Cermak Hospital of the Cook County Jail before moving on to a less intense location of the jail. I think that's just a nice way of saying less intense, but that environment is not the easiest. Come on, tell us something, Lady Elaine.
Yes, that environment is not the easiest. It's loud. It can be very hostile. For those of you who have no clue, it makes me come home some days and just want to be by myself. and people don't always understand. For me, my self-care sometimes is, okay, shut the world off and let me be. So getting to our topic, holidays can be joyous, or they can become a great source of stress and sadness. Sorry, I'm not a big speaker. Holiday stress and blues occur usually through major holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Valentine's Days, birthdays, as well as other holidays that might serve as a reminder of significant loss. Many people find themselves celebrating holidays alone, especially elderly people, due to the fact that they do not have, they do not live close to their relatives, or maybe relatives have passed away. Come on, Lady Yvonne. We can't hear you.
No, yes, you're fine. It's just, it's that contemplating, especially when you're talking about, some of our elderly family members, other people. I, for instance, was excited to announce that I was spending the holidays alone. And it just kind of gave me pause for reflection that, that alone time is not always just a good thing for people, and just reflecting in that. And then you can feel holiday stress due to being the one who hosts a holiday meal, which is why I kind of opted out this Thanksgiving. I escaped. Everybody can escape from that, or from that feeling of feeling stressed, having a family around, being afraid of who will or won't get along. We all got a relative that drinks a little bit too much, that uncle that be talking crazy, or challenges a younger family member to fight. And even sometimes, the auntie that thinks she's all of that and wants to showcase her assets, so to speak. Sometimes it can just be a lot, and you have to learn how not to be afraid to say no. And so I'm happy, like I said, that I chose to say no to being the host, to cooking, to cleaning up after everyone. It's like, it's an old saying in my household, like, my name ain't Mabel. That was the supposed kind of name for the cleaning lady, but you got to make up your mind that everything is not within your control, and control what you can, and just let the rest go. Let's just be easy. Let's be calm. And you're allowed to tell the annoying cousin or the friend, associate that you don't want to be bothered with, that they're not invited. You have that control.
Absolutely. And I think, especially for people who are very alpha minded. So a lot of, we work with a lot of strong personalities. A lot of our friends are very strong personalities, both men and women. And we have to really understand and take back and just sit back and think and remind ourselves that we are not Superwoman. We are not Superman, even though we believe that we are. It is okay to ask for help. So even if you are in a situation where you're cooking and you can't do it all, is there someone you can call? And we talked about this, I think, last year. Can you cater? Finding ways to either delegate or just even ask for help. And then on some of those holidays, especially during these sentimental times, we may find ourselves, whether you're single, married, it doesn't really matter. If you are not loving yourself, you cannot love other people. That's just a fundamental fact. And so we really need to take time to spend time with ourselves, to love on ourselves a little bit, do a little bit of self-care, recognize some things that maybe we need to work on, and just sit with ourselves a little bit and learn ourselves more so that we can show up when it's time to show up. And so tonight we're going to talk a little bit more about stress and how to recognize it, some of those symptoms. Lady Elaine's going to walk us through that.
Okay. So what is stress? Stress is a feeling of emotional strain or physical tension. Stress is your body's appropriate response to emotional or physical threats, whether actual or imagined. It is not common to experience stress due to an event. However,
Lady Elaine, I have a question for you. So, like,
yes.
when you say imagine, do you mean, like, what do you mean by that? So people sometimes are like, oh, I just imagine that I'm stressed, but that's not, is that what you mean, or what, you know?
No. There are people who, okay, so imaginary. You might find yourself jumping to conclusions, and you interpret things negatively. And with that, interpreting things negatively, you have no facts to support your conclusions. So that's imaginary. There's also something called fortune telling. And this is when you predict things will turn out badly. For example, you may tell yourself that the holidays will be bad, and you don't think that things will go very well. It's going to be too much stress, family this, family that. And even you think they're bad even when you have that no drama family. Mm-hmm. You know, it's one thing when you have that family that is full of drama and you have proof or have had proof over the years that things have gone badly. But if you have a family that's not full of drama, you're just fortune telling. I think it's going to be that. And there's nothing to support that whatsoever. Also, let's define stress. Symptoms of stress. You might find yourself irritable, nervousness, muscular tension, an inability to concentrate. How many times have we found ourselves with our minds just wandering off, and you just can't quite get it together? You might have different physical reactions such as headaches or elevated heart rates. There could be other things such as procrastination. You might spend more time on social media. How many of us are guilty of social media?
Scrolling, I'm one of those.
And you make an excuse for it for yourself rather than let's confront this head on. Why am I doing this? Stress can also be positive in small amounts. It can improve an athletic performance. It can provide motivation, and it is a response to your environment. Example, I am not generally a speaker. I do a lot of talking at work, but I am not a public speaker.
Just a couple of girlfriends getting together.
I'm good with that.
Good conversation, honey. Right.
I
understand. I feel you.
But like even preparing for the Diamond View, that was stress for me. That was very stressful for me, and I felt my heart racing, and my shoulders definitely were tense. And so, but I can't say it was a good experience, and it helps me to grow. And so I appreciate the experience. It just was a little bit, but I did have a good time. Let's talk about unchecked stress and consequences.
Yes.
It can have impaired health, illness and disease. And when I say illness and disease, you have to look at it in terms of stroke, heart attack.
Two-time survivor here. Stress strokes, yes.
And sometimes, the many strokes you might not even be aware of. Yes. You can also have an aneurysm. There might be little things going on in your body that we do not pay attention to, especially as women. We have different symptoms for heart attack, and we might mistake it for stress. So there are many things that can show up in the form of stress, and you might not know that you're going through stress. You can also have impaired relationships, professional and personal. You might find yourself with your family, with your coworkers, and it's just because you're stressed and everything irritates you.
It's the song part for me. Everything irritates you. Yes.
Somebody sneeze and it's like, would you please? And it also might be you have an impaired self-image. You might say, "Oh my God, look at me, my skin is awful. My hair, or nobody likes me," or you can come up with a variety of things that affect your self-image. Decreased quality of life. You might find yourself doing things, not doing things, more like, I like to play baseball. Not that I do, but I'm just saying.
That's an example.
But if you find yourself enjoying baseball and then you no longer want to do it, I think you want to cook. I want to cook, and that was your thing. You were the family cook and in your family, and it's like, that's no more fun. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
All you do is stay in the bed, and you're not getting up. You might not be showering. You might not be putting clothes on. I have even heard people saying to put clothes on hurts me. It makes my neck, clothes touching my body actually hurts. Nerves. Your nerves are on fire. It's just extra. Coping. Most people have a difficult time coping with stress, and for that, they, rather than cope, they make excuses. They can't always explain what they're doing. You might find different mechanisms rather than coping: drinking, drugs, shopping, things that are detrimental to yourself, your financial situation, your family life. You can also find that with stress, you can have an early demise. Even just due to even the illnesses that I mentioned before. Or you might find yourself saying, I would be better off if I wasn't here. Unfortunately, we have had, I won't say we have, many people have had family members that have committed suicide or have attempted suicide because they thought, it would just be better if I wasn't here in the world. And they can't recognize that they are loved. And so sometimes we have to take the extra care to reach out to a loved one and say, we're here for you. We love you. Please don't do anything to yourself. And you need to recognize the signs of someone that is in distress.
Yeah, absolutely. As we look for those signs, there are some things, excuse me, there are some things that we know are internal factors, kind of the things that we've talked about. Lady Camille has mentioned time restraints in the chat can stress her out. So one thing that she tries to do is manage her time to lower or eliminate that stress. If there are other coping mechanisms that you have, please drop them in the chat. But we know that there are some external factors that we really don't have control over that really affect our mood also. So some of those things, one of those things in particular is happening right now, and it's the weather. So it's dark as midnight at 5 o'clock because of daylight savings time. Can you tell us a little bit about, is that a real thing? Like, is what we're feeling a real thing, first of all? And then if it is, how do we deal with that?
Yes, of course. It is called, depending on who you're talking to, seasonal affective disorder. It is SAD, SAD. Most of the time, that's how it's referred to. And it's winter pattern, SAD. But you don't confuse it with holiday blues. It's not the same thing. SAD is feelings of sadness or anxiety brought on by stressors at certain times of the year, namely usually Christmas. When it starts to get dark like it is, if you work the midnight shift, you are going to work while it's dark, and you are also getting off work while it's dark. So at this point, you're just a vampire. You might not get that much sunlight. So, and it can cause depression and sadness. Depression associated with SAD is related to changes, like I said, in daylight, and it's not related to the calendar associated with the holidays. It's just the season, so to speak, of the season of darkness, not necessarily the season of the holidays. You might not have as many family visits because, let's face it, a lot of us don't want to drive on the storm. Your work schedule, we're busy. And so, like I said, when you're working and it's getting late, everybody's zipping home. Nobody wants to be bothered. Stress is not a psychiatric diagnosis, but it is closely related to your mental health. Stress can cause mental health problems and make existing problems worse. For example, you often struggle to manage feelings of stress. You might develop a mental health problem like anxiety or depression. There are different varieties of depression. Sometimes these mood changes are more serious and can affect how a person feels, thinks, and behaves. If you have noticed significant changes in your mood and behavior due to seasonal changes, you may be experiencing seasonal affective disorder or SAD. In most cases, SAD symptoms start in the late fall or early winter and go away during the spring and summer months. This is known as winter pattern SAD or winter depression. Other people sometimes experience depressive symptoms during the spring and summer months, and this is known as summer pattern SAD or summer depression. Summer pattern SAD is less common. We also put together some tips to help you deal with SAD.
So some of those tips are to take in as much daylight as possible. The lack of sun exposure is part of what causes SAD. So soaking up as much of that vitamin D as you can may lessen some of your symptoms. And then go sit by a window, talk to your plants, get a little oxygenation in your life, go for a walk during the daylight hours. And you can even take up a winter sport to get you outside, keep you moving, go from roller skating to ice skating, try something new out outside in the daylight. And then, of course, eat healthily. We're on a health kick, so to speak, but make that actually a part of your life. Comfort foods don't have to be loaded with extra calories, all that butter. Even make a switch to I can't believe it's not butter. Something, lots of sugar and fat. It's not good for us. The way that it processes it and sits in our body can be a trigger into that stress. So get creative, look for hearty, low-calorie recipes that are easy to prepare so you're not stressed out over that cooking and slaving. And instead of eating cake, and cookies, try making a dessert from seasonal fruits. I love a good fruit tart or something lighter, like apples and pears. These are tips. We are not trying to take away your mac and cheese, but there's a different way to make mac and cheese, and then you don't have to eat half the pan. So just kind of mind, and then take up some journaling. That might help too, in addition to the fruit.
Okay. So if you are into this, spending time with family and friends is also a great way to lift your spirits and avoid social isolation. So you can snuggle with your kids. You can spend more time with your pets snuggling. Visit your friends. It could be as simple as just sharing a cup of hot tea together, playing board games with your family, or just sitting and talking. Also, sharing this information. Your friends and family might be feeling the same thing that you're feeling and not knowing why. And so having this information would be helpful to them, educate them about SAD or seasonal affective disorder so that they can better understand what's going on and be able to help themselves as well. The next tip is to stay active. Don't be cooped up in the house all winter. So find a winter sport. That could be an outdoor sport or an indoor sport or activity. I know a lot of people are into pickleball right now. Shout out to Gail, my friend Gail. She plays pickleball like multiple times a week, and she's trying to get everybody to play. So get out in the community, make some new friends, do something active, volunteer, join a new club, go for a walk. If you have good ankles, ice skating is open. That's not my jam.
It's not my jam.
Right. The way my ankles are set up, we're not doing that. But just be proactive about it. Like, we know daylight savings time is coming, and we know it's going to be midnight at 5:00. So we can definitely plan ahead for these things because it happens every year. So just, get out, be active. and get the blood pumping and flowing to be able to combat that.
Okay. Also, I have a couple of other things, and these are things that we do anyway, and probably don't even think about it as being stress relievers. Popping bubble wrap. How many of you guys, you get the bubble wrap
I
and
love to pop some bubble wrap.
Especially around this time because we're ordering boxes of things.
Right.
And so you guys have plenty of bubble wrap to pop right about now. Also, this one, light a candle. Don't tell me you don't have candles, because you all know Bath and Body Works just had their candle sale, $9.99 for candles for the 3-wick candles. So, and I think the sale might have been yesterday, but if not, it ends today. When we get off of here, go order your candles. Mine personally, my favorite scent is lavender and fresh cut lilac.
Fresh
And
cut
sometimes
lilac.
We're going to give you an alternate suggestion later, though, about where to order candles.
Good. We definitely will do that.
Okay. And also, you can use essential oils. Get you the little what is it? A warm? Yeah, you can use a warmer. They come in different ways. Sometimes it has the little thing where it kind of gives what is that thing called?
The diffuser.
Right. That's it. You can use that. Okay. But all jokes aside and other stuff aside, if you continue to struggle with feelings of depression, you should seek help from a mental health professional, such as a psychiatrist or a psychologist. A psychologist can help you determine whether you have seasonal affective disorder and how to best treat it. And usually with psychiatrists is the one who will normally prescribe the medication. And then, of course, you might want to have a therapist that you speak to regularly to help you get through it. Research shows that psychotherapy, such as cognitive behavior therapy, is an effective treatment for SAD, and may have more long-term benefits than light therapy. The daily use of light therapy is artificial light. It's a lamp, and then sometimes there's a lamp box that has more bright light, and you can spend a little time sitting in front of it. Of course, you don't want something that's going to hurt your eyes, but to give you access to the vitamin D. And then, of course, maybe a last resort might be antidepressant medication. There's nothing wrong with medication. If you need medication, take the medication. There is no shame, because Black families in the Black community will frown upon psychiatric medication, and it stems back to way back when. There is no shame. The medications have gotten better over the years. You're not going to be sitting there doing and you won't gain a ton of weight. They have so many more medications that can help you. So don't be afraid to reach out to your psychiatrist, and don't be afraid of the new brands of medication.
Absolutely. Those are great tips. There's been some great tips in the chat. And someone mentioned therapy for Black girls is a super helpful resource for finding a therapist. That is very true. When I was looking for my therapist, I was looking for a very specific brand and type of person, which I was able to actually find through them. And it worked out with my insurance, everything. So if you are looking and, that's something that you're interested in, that's definitely a great place to start your search as well. These are excellent tips. One thing I know that can definitely brighten our holiday spirits oftentimes is family time. So thank you, Lady Elaine, for walking us through these stressors, how to recognize them, giving us these tips. We're going to welcome now some members of our family to the chat for some holiday time. And we have our top teens. We have Team Kiera this evening, and we also have Team Jalea this evening. Welcome to the show, teens.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so we're talking about family time with the teens. Um, Teen Jayla, what are you looking forward to doing with your family this holiday season? Do you have any self-care routines or things you're doing to stay in good spirits? And same thing for you, Teen Kiara.
For me, I love hanging out with family. I love cooking with my family. We always have, by the time Thanksgiving ends, we always already have planned what we're going to cook and prepare for Christmas. So this year we're doing like Mexican food. We're going to cook like nacho bar, taco bar, and create a lot of different meats and stuff. So that would be very fun. And obviously we love playing games. So spades, board games, watching TV, and just having a good time together.
And yeah, same for me. My family is a big game family and movie watching family. So just being able to get a break off of school and truly getting to be present and spending time with family and not having to worry about tests and finals, it's just really relaxing for me. And like Lady Elaine already said, me and my family already bought our candles. We're ready for this year. So yeah.
I love it. Those sound amazing. Our top team of America teens definitely keep us on our toes. And, I'm thinking, especially while Teen Jalea was speaking, I'm thinking like she said something. I'm like, boom. I'm like, okay, that's not the right word. So some things never change. Today's teens are different than we were back in the day. And I know sometimes when I'm talking to my family, especially my own children and friends, I have no idea what the words are. I know it's not boom. You all will get me together, right? I don't know what's popular, what you're saying. I promise you, I need an interpreter. I need help. Lady
So
Mort, I need help.
I'm over here cackling
Like,
because
look, boom. Like, no. I knew it instantly as soon as it entered my brain.
I'm cackling over here because I'm one of the younger members of our chapter. And even with me, they're like, I don't think that's how that's supposed to go. Like, I don't think that's what that means. So today during family time, and while you're having family time during the holiday season, we're going to play Diamond Dictionary. It's kind of like Urban Dictionary, but the PG version. So each of the teams, Team Kiara and Team Jalea, they have a couple of words or phrases for us that they either think we should know or that we have definitely been using wrong. Okay. So they're going to tell us the word or phrase, and then we have to guess what it actually means. And you can guess in the chat too. So we encourage you to guess in the chat too. We'll
Please guess in the chat because I'm not that far past. Hey, girl. Hey. Okay.
Right. That's all I got because I
Okay.
don't know what y'all talking about. All right. Team Kiara, let's go.
Okay, so for you all's first word or phrase, I have you ate that one little thing.
Oh, you did that. You threw down. You ate down. You did fantastic. They danced they off, right? Right?
A little.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Come on, Lady Lay.
Girl, I don't have a clue.
So wait, if you ate the one little thing, does it mean like you thought you said something like real grand, but like only one little thing hit? Or
Yeah, that's closer. You're warmer.
okay.
What is it?
What about in the chat? Somebody said you did that.
No, I said that. They were like, not really, because it's that one little thing.
I mean,
Oh,
when
come
I've
on.
seen somebody say something about you ate that, they're usually talking about their clothes. And girl, you have done it. You can't. Nobody can touch you. That's. I don't know. Am I close? No, I guess
The way
not.
they look, though, it's the laugh for me. Okay, what is it?
I don't think we're even close. Okay, just tell us.
You have words. So basically, it's sort of like if a person is saying something and you don't want to give them all the credit, but you give them a little bit. So you say they ate that one little thing. But they
Ah.
basically ate.
That's fair. Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
All right. Team
But
J.
she ate down. They did that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. I got it. It's Team Jalea's. Her smile is like the Cheshire Cat. It's like wild. Like, oh my God, y'all are missing this up so bad. Let's go with the next thing. Okay.
Okay, so my phrase is crash out or crashing out.
Oh no, not
No.
touching it. I don't know.
Crash out or
Do you want me to use it in a sentence?
Please.
Yes, please.
Okay.
The Urban Dictionary sentence,
You can
please.
either say that person is a crash out, or you could be like, I'm about to crash out.
You're
I mean-
eating what? I don't know what.
I mean, I'm about to
Having a
crash out
meltdown.
tells me I'm going to
To
bed.
sleep, right?
I'm an old lady. I want to be in bed by 8:30. So
I don't think
know
that's
about
what that means at
crash
all.
out. I don't know.
What about like having a meltdown or something like that?
It could kind of go in
That's
that
a
way.
verb.
Okay,
It's a
Lady
crash
Paula
out.
got it. She's like over it, spazzing.
Okay. Okay.
You just said tired.
Tired.
What does it mean if the person is a crash out?
So like, if you crash out, it pretty much means you're like out of control. You're getting real mad. You're getting real angry. So if somebody is a crash out, you may describe somebody as a crash out if their temper is really bad. They get angry really easily. Like one little thing can like tip them over. That would be like a crash out.
Okay.
Oh,
we
so
can
it's
do
like spazzing.
Okay.
Old
Yeah.
school spazzing. You spazzing out. Okay.
All right, hit us with the next one, Team Kiara.
Okay, so you all's next phrase is let them cook.
You know that one. Like they're onto something. Like let it, let them marinate. Let them do what they're doing because it's on the right track. You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I got a little bit of youth left in me.
Yes, you do.
A teeny tad.
Thanks.
Okay, the next one. I feel like you might have heard this a lot, but body tea.
Body tea. Hey, girl. Hey.
I don't have anything on that. I know what the tea is, but I don't know what body tea is.
So pretty much, if somebody you know has like their body looks good, like they just look good overall, you'll be like their body is tea.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
you mean like
I
that?
got you.
Yeah, like if they go to the gym a lot, they look really fit. You'll be like, okay, your body's tea.
If
Oh,
you
okay.
would have said that,
Okay.
we would have gotten it.
And so you
I feel like
basically
you need
saying
a
your body is
do-over.
tight.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Oh,
So-
Just saying
okay.
body tea, I'm like, I don't know.
Is well, so would we say your body is tea or is it just body tea?
You can do both.
Oh, okay.
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 We learn something new every day.
Yes.
Okay. What's next? Hit us with the next one. The chats have nothing either, just so you
It
know.
is because look, reading physical hotness.
Lady
You
Paula
are
needs
right
to
now.
know this.
Lady Paula
Okay.
needs to know.
Physical hotness.
I love it.
See, Lady Elaine, we just having a conversation.
Mhm.
Okay.
Here.
Like I
Hit us with
said,
the
Lady
next
Paula
one.
seems to know what's going on here. I
Right,
don't know.
right.
Tight and right. Okay. That's
Okay.
what Lady Denise.
So
And Lady Angela also.
you all's next phrase is clock it.
Clock gate.
No, just clock it.
If I'm asking a question, don't laugh as I'm asking a question. What did you say?
She said
Clock
clock
it.
it. So that's like
Clock
I
it.
caught it, maybe. I see you coming, something like that, possibly.
Something
Check-
like that.
Check it.
I clocked that. I clocked you. I clocked you. I see you coming. Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody said that's my daughter.
Well,
I just feel like you're about to throw down. Like
clock
you're
that.
telling them like you're about to snap off.
Like it's almost like period, right?
You're like, no.
Yes.
Somebody said use it in a sentence.
So it's the new period. Like if somebody says something and you want to emphasize, you'd be like, clock that. Right?
Yeah. It's like if you're in agreement with something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because somebody was
Oh,
saying use
clock
it in a
it.
sentence because we're like,
If you're
Somebody
in
also-
agreement,
okay.
like I just said, the body tea, you'll be like, clock it.
Yes.
Yes. So like if she saw the person with the tight and right body with the body tee, then she would be like, oh, clock that, right? Like,
Yes.
okay.
They're like, yeah, maybe, yeah, okay.
Maybe.
They we're gonna just let them have it.
Okay, let's do 2 more.
Okay.
Okay, I feel like this one is honestly very popular, but Riz.
Riz. I'm so glad that I have restraint because the things that are going on with my mouth and my
Ma'am.
mind. Riz.
Riz.
R-E-S.
Or
R-I-Z-Z.
RIZZ.
Please don't make me clutch my pearls tonight.
Please.
I'm already clutching mine. Don't you
It's
see
nothing
me?
bad. It's not bad.
I don't know where this is going, but I'm going to say pizzazz.
I feel like we all have Riz tonight. Like we
Charisma.
showing our little style, panache, something. Y'all laughing because I didn't use it right in a sentence, but it is something like style, something.
No.
No?
I give up.
Okay,
Okay.
what is it then? Because I don't know either then.
It's short for charisma.
Oh.
So it has a lot of
like
charisma.
Flair,
Come on,
style.
Right, someone in the,
Look
in the
at you in
chat,
the chat. Come on now.
someone in the chat has gotten it because we didn't.
You know what? I never
feel like I was
put 2
right.
and 2 together that is in the
Yeah.
middle of the word charisma. Who
Yeah.
knew?
Right.
See, that's why we need y'all.
Because I was like, we all got Riz, little flair, little flavor.
Huh.
Okay, charisma.
Last word. Come on. We got this.
Okay. For your last phrase, we're gonna try "Are you cool?"
Phrase.
Are you all
That's
right?
a new word. Are you cool? So
How
we're
would
supposed
you
to say the
it?
word
Like,
for
say
"Are
it
you
how you
cool"?
would actually say it.
Because I feel like that's like you good.
You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ah!
Good job.
You good, sis?
Oh my goodness. All right. Thank you, teams. We're going to continue this game because clearly we all need a little touch up on our Diamond Dictionary with our teams. So they will be back on our next episodes on January 27th and May 1st with some more of Diamond Dictionary. Thank you, Team Jaylia and Team Kiera.
Lady Moretta, we're asking the audience about their pen and paper. We needed a pen and paper,
Right?
We
right?
did.
Okay, we can go back and screenshot the notes because
Something. We need help.
I'll be using these in our meetings, okay?
Right.
Make sure I'm checking it, all right? And then when I use it, I want you to be like, clock that. All right. Okay. Thank you, teams. We really appreciate you. We are actually going to move into our next segment. And as we're talking about family time, we want to think about the holidays because we know that perhaps you have started your shopping already. Maybe you have not. But also, gift giving comes to mind. Supporting our friends and family members with businesses, we would like to put at the forefront of your mind tonight. One of the focuses of the Status of Women Thrust is business and entrepreneurship support, which got us actually thinking about how we can support businesses in our community and the impact of our Black dollars. So later this evening, we are excited to roll out a new community partnership. So definitely stay tuned for that. But let's dig a little deeper, though, and talk about the circulation of the Black dollar.
Okay. Research shows that the dollar typically stays in circulation significantly longer in Asian and white communities compared to the Black community, with the dollar lasting around 28 days in the Asian community, 17 days in the white communities, and only 6 hours in the Black community, which highlights a glaring disparity in economic circulation based on race. Historically, the shorter circulation time in Black communities has been linked to systematic racism and affecting economic opportunities. So tonight, Lady Yvonne is going to share more information about this disparity and what we can do to address it.
Absolutely. Lady Yvonne has been in development, communications, and nonprofit management for over 20 years. She runs YOR Consulting Company, which provides nonprofit management, strategic planning, and organizational structure services to nonprofits, entrepreneurs, and municipalities. as a serial entrepreneur. She recently started BEE Community Development Corporation to bring housing units to veterans, low income, and second chance citizens. Lady Yvonne holds a BA in political science from Hampton University, an MS in Human Services Administration from Spertus College, and a doctorate in ministry in theology, and a PhD in ecumenical leadership from Trinity College of the Bible and Theological Seminary. She's a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated and also serves on the board of directors for some outstanding nonprofit organizations, including Real Men Charities, Inc., Trinity Irish Dance Company, Rotary Club of Chicago Cosmopolitan, and Tender Touch Incorporated. So Lady Yvonne, just take it away, enlighten us tonight. We're looking forward to this segment.
Well, I can enlighten you a little bit about the Black dollar and how it circulates. Obviously, I can enlighten you none about anything having to do with these words and verbiage that we're supposed to be using today. I don't know, but I got the last one right, so you cool? I got that. Okay. Right. You good? But the Black dollar refers to the money that we circulate within our own African-American communities. And it's encompassed by spending with African-American consumers, and then those revenues being driven back through the African-American owned businesses. Now I'm going to just be short and just say Black. We all, okay, we African-American Black, let's just roll with it.
We got you.
From a consumer perspective, we're the major force in the US economy and pretty much almost globally. But here, just in the States alone, Black people spend more than $1 trillion a year on goods and services. $1 trillion. Now, most of us can't put together six figures, but we're spending collectively $1 trillion across the country. And so the Buy Black movement uses the economic formula given to us by Marcus Garvey, nearly a century ago. I just had the blessed, great fortune to return from Ghana. The Black Star Project, very prominent there. And Marcus Garvey just shown almost everywhere and quoted as saying, we must prepare now by organizing ourselves all over the world, by building businesses, stores, and factories to sustain our people and free ourselves. And essentially, he believed that financial independence for the Black community would ensure greater protection from the things that we're facing to this day, like discrimination, to provide the foundation for social justice that we're fighting for today. And it's our responsibility to kind of get Black consumers back to buying products from Black businesses. Now, this is just my personal, I'm just going to get a little personal really quickly. I don't like that we hear in these streets sometimes like, oh, they Black owned, they open late, or, they don't post their hours, or they don't this, they don't. Let's encourage and teach each other and get each other back in the business of us and create a continuous movement of Black money to Black businesses and return the continuous movement of the Black products to Black consumers. We can circulate our own dollars. Now, in Little Village, one of the things that are prominent in that particular community is it is the most highest encompassing circulating dollar within its own community, only second to the Mag Mile. Little Village, Pilsen area, right around in our hometown area. So we can certainly do this on a global measure, across the country, and understanding the impact of that international spending and support that can have on a community's livelihood. So we're always talking about they, something, whoever they are, I don't know. Let's focus on us. Get that unity, get that Ujamaa, cooperative economics, kind of, get it into your mindset and shift towards a just and equitable economy for Black Americans. We could do it.
So in terms of changing the landscape, Top Ladies of Distinction, Will County Black Diamond Chapter, is excited to roll out our Buy Black campaign in partnership with the Chicago Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, the National Coalition of 100 Black Women Chicago Metropolitan Chapter, as well as the Chicago Urban League. And so you, our viewing audience, can join this award-winning campaign and really make an impact by supporting Black businesses wherever you go. Now, that's going to be making an intentional thought to say, I need XYZ products. Where can I go to get that within either my community or someone who is a Black-owned business, even if they're not directly in your community, but still supporting a Black-owned business? I know, Lady Elaine, you were telling us the other day about your beauty routine. Tell us a little bit about that.
My beauty routine is simple. I buy most of my services, my nails, my hair, my skin, my lashes. I only shop with Black service providers. My hairstylist, my lash tech, my nail tech, they're Black. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, well, Black people, they're always late or this, that." No, they are on time. When I get to my stylist chair, she is waiting for me. Same thing with my lashes. Same thing with my nails. Same thing with my facial products. You can shop Black, and if you just look around, I know it is easy to go to the Asian shops, and I even hear now that there are Russian nail techs, and so yeah, it's easy to go in there and say, okay, I want to see Susie or whoever their name is for today, and get in and get out in 30 minutes. But then you have to ask yourself, what are the quality of the products that they are using on you? I've been to nail salons where, before I started shopping Black, where they would charge you extra for gel nails, but they were actually putting acrylic on there because you don't know, because the actual gel nail is actually gel and not different powder. And so, I mean, you know, there's that difference. They don't care. We're spending our money with them, but they don't care about the service that they're giving us. Also, facial products. I use Kiss Bobby. She's Black owned. And literally, you can look them up. KissBobby.com. I use her facial scrub. I use her face wash. She has creams for teenagers, for men. If you have eczema, she has a cream for that. Body creams, all types of things that you can use. She has toothpaste. Like I said, KissBobby.com, and check and sign up for her email. She has specials. She runs specials all the time, and she makes them. She's not sending it to a company to make it for her and just putting her label on there. She is actually making the product, so they're small batch.
Indeed. And I think the most important thing that we want to get out is that this is a really intentional campaign. When we say Buy Black campaign, we're talking really intentional. Lady Elaine, tell us about the dates for our campaign.
Okay, so our dates are now through January 21st, 2025. Purchase from a Black-owned business and service provider or charitable organization, Black-run and founded, or a product sold online, Kiss Bobby, or at a retail location, and consider salons, restaurants, boutiques, theaters, and Black movie productions, and more. The options are endless.
So you can actually send in your receipts dating all the way back to November 1st. So if you've already been buying Black, then those receipts will be accepted. We're giving out, we're doing a drawing for the fabulous prizes. So everybody that submits a receipt, whether it's one receipt or 20, we want them all. Through January 21st, we're going to do a drawing for prizes. Lots of fabulous prizes. It's not just like one prize. And then we'll tally all the receipts submitted for a collective total to see what our impact, our buying product impact was for this holiday season. And so we want you to show us these receipts, show us the receipts. And do we have the TLOD email?
Actually, we are going to be rolling this out on our social media via a campaign. So when you see it roll out, you will see that email address to email your TLOD receipts in, and those will be calculated in total with our partners for the Buy Black partnership. And like Lady Yvonne said, at the end of this holiday season, we will be able to see our collective impact. And so that is the goal, again, to circulate our Black dollars in our community. As we think about being intentional and circulating these dollars, we're going to invite you next to hear about some of our favorite things. We know you look forward to this every year. And that is backed by popular demand. Some of the ladies and teens of the Status of Women Thrust have put together the list this year again. But with this list, what I challenge you to do is say, okay, I like that item on the list, and you might have said you got it from Amazon, or you might have said you ordered it online. Find a comparable product if you like that product from a Black-owned business and get it from there instead of. So that's the mission, to be really intentional about our gift giving, about our self-care, about the things that we're buying, and about circulating our dollar in the community, okay? So we're gonna roll our favorite things, and then we'll chat a little bit after that.
My name is T. Mackenzie Young, and my favorite thing is actually what it was 2 years ago, which is my comfy. I always wear it around the house. I'm doing homework, doing chores, or just lounging around watching TV. I highly recommend buying it because it's very comfortable, and it comes in many colors, patterns, and designs.
One of my favorite things this year is my new Stanley Cup, just because it keeps all of my water cold throughout the entire school day.
Hi, it's TJ Leah, and my favorite thing this holiday season is my iPad case, which comes with its own Apple Pen holder if you like to use the Apple Pen a lot, as well as a detachable keyboard like this that you can pretty much just turn on, connect it through Bluetooth, and it also changes colors and uses like a regular computer key.
Hi, I'm Lady Beverly, and my favorite thing this holiday season is my 3-in-1 Apple charging dock. I can charge all 3 Apple products at one time. So convenient. Happy holidays.
Hi, it's Lady Moretta, and my favorite thing this year is my magnetic selfie light. Thank you to Lady Stacy Brown for sending me this link on Amazon. This light makes your photos like professional quality. Look at that. It's absolutely amazing. Happy holidays.
All right, so Lady Elaine, did you see anything on there that you are going to be shopping for?
I like the light. I really do. I like the light. I have a couple of cozy things, so I don't need any of those and have more than enough charges, but I like the light.
It is totally my favorite thing. I also want that book. So we actually have a TLOD book club, and I'm supposed to have the book already. So I will be ordering the book, Lady Camille, no worries, and I'll be on book club next month. So that book is something that we are utilizing in our chapter. And so I'm interested to continue that with our literacy committee and learn more about financial literacy. What about you, Lady Yvonne?
So, well, first of all, with my favorite things, I feel like I might be a little bit of a gadget girl because I have everything that was mentioned on my favorite things. So that's pretty interesting. But when it comes to that financial capability part, I am showing restraint when it comes to retail therapy and being more, methodical and decided about my purchases, of course, with Black-owned businesses, but actually with some of my everyday things. So what are those little small grocer stores, like the African seasoning store? Where can I get some of my clothing from some of the boutiques? Even the thrift store or consignment shops that are owned by Black business owners. So doing more methodical rollout of what my retail therapy used to be off the chain. So, very directed this time.
I love that. And those are great suggestions for our viewing audience to be putting into place as we enter this Buy Black campaign as well. So I love that. Absolutely.
I have one thing. Now, it's not Black owned or shopped by, it's Costco. It's hard to go in Costco and not walk out with leaving half your
life. You want everything.
No, your wallet. But this is one thing, because I didn't get a chance to do my favorite thing. And you ladies that are premenopausal or menopausal, you know how hot it get at night.
That fan.
Y'all flipping them blankets back and forth because you're hot, you're cold, you're hot, you're cold, you're waking up wet and whatnot. That Woozoo fan. Look it up. Or something similar to it, but I promise you, it goes side, up and down. It's got a remote. You can wave your hand over it, make it do what it will do. But I promise you, you will thank me later. You need this Woozoo fan. So at Costco.
We definitely need to find a Black electronics vendor. So if anyone has one, drop them in the chat so we can support them. Again, we are going to roll out that Buy Black campaign in partnership with these wonderful organizations on our social media. So we encourage you to save those receipts to Buy Black this holiday season. And not only during the holiday season, but like Lady Yvonne mentioned, to incorporate this as part of your everyday life so that our dollar can circulate within our community longer and benefit us and start to address some of these other issues that we have in our communities. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's show has been wonderful. Again, season 5. Don't even know how we got here, but we're here. Thank God. Be sure to take our survey. I want to say thank you to the ladies of the Status of Women Thrust and to our teens. There's so much work that goes on and so much community building and researching, and everyone's doing their part. So thank you to the Status of Women Thrust. There's so much behind the scenes that happens, and we just love you and we appreciate you. And that's on behalf of Lady Veronica and myself. So thank you, thank you, thank you. To you ladies, this is your first time hosting the Diamond Views. Thank you so much. It's been awesome tonight. Working backstage on the controls, we have Lady Beverly Nunn. Thank you, Lady Beverly. And to all the ladies in the chat, thank you so much. To our friends and family who have joined us online, thank you. If you're viewing this in the future, thank you as well. We love you. We love that watch back. So go ahead and share this with your friends and family. It'll be live. They can go ahead and watch they can watch it back as well. I also would like to thank my brother, Joseph Smith II of Graymore Photography, for our audio visuals. He never says no when we need something, so we love you. Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Lady Elaine, do you have any remarks for tonight?
I just want to say how much I really, really enjoyed this. I was a little nervous. And, being a new lady, I was like, first thing, oh my goodness, why me?
Why not you? Why not you?
Right. And I enjoyed, I am glad to be able to share information about stress and mental health and the things, because our Black community thinks that is such taboo. And so I am so very glad to have been able to share what I know about it. I also enjoyed the thing with the teens, because I thought I knew slang from working in the jail, but I got some. I need some because I just knew I was gonna know what they were gonna talk about. You couldn't tell me I wasn't gonna get that one. And I also enjoy talking about the economic dollar, our Black dollars. We could do so much if we could just come together and spend our money amongst our neighborhoods. We could be a power, a force to be reckoned with. So I thank you for the chance to have spoken today, and just the show. Thank you, Lady Yvonne. Thank you, Lady Loretta. I had a good time.
Thank you. Lady Yvonne, any closing remarks for tonight?
I'm overwhelmed. I second everything that Lady Elaine said. Different from her, like putting together the presentation I'm very comfortable talking and things like that. What stressed me out was trying to put this hat on, honey, and get this makeup together and find me some pearls when I'm not in my home. You know, I've been traveling, and so I'm grateful to my team of putting Yvonne back together again, like Humpty Dumpty, and just it's always refreshing, you know, spending time with the ladies of the organization that I love so dearly. And so, Lady Moretta, thank you for your patience. I know you were like this lady. You cool? You
I
good?
never once doubted. Never
Right.
once.
And so I had a really good time, and thank you for spending and sharing time and space with us, to all of our viewers. And share this, share it again, share it again. Follow me on social media. I'll be posting Black businesses on my page, which is Waya or Life, your life, right? And just thank you for the opportunity.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. As we close, again, let's be intentional. And I think that's kind of my takeaway from tonight, is just being intentional about mental health, being intentional about my self-care, being intentional about spending time with my family, spending time with the teens, building those connections, being intentional about where my hard-earned Black dollar is going, and what it's doing for our community, not just in our community, but for our community. So being intentional about supporting people that I know that have businesses. I can definitely do a better job of that myself. And so I want to encourage us all to do that. Again, we encourage you to take our survey, like our social media pages. Stay tuned as we continue to roll out the Buy Black campaign. We will have that email for you to send those receipts. Start gathering them now. Make sure that you're saving them. Keep up with the Will County Black Diamond chapter of Top Ladies of Distinction, because we're doing great things, and we are looking forward to the rest of season 5 of the Diamond View. So, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, keep on shining.
And happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.